Like we always do about this time.
My brother, salute to the guys.
Salute to the guys. Hey man, I hope everybody doing good. We got a good show. Salute to everybody in the house. Hit the like for me. And today we're going to talk about the indoctrination of Keisha. Indoctrinating Keisha, a true story. Hey man, we've been growing a little bit. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers, man. I appreciate everybody for subscribing to the channel. We got that one video about single mothers, and it's doing numbers. It got like over 52,000 views, man. I appreciate for everybody that shared the video and hit the like. So far, we had 315 subscribers. We're trying to get at least to 500 so we can get monetized. But yeah, we talking about indoctrinating Keisha, a true story. Now, everybody should see where I'm going with this, indoctrinating Keisha, a true story, with the worship of a white god. We often hear Keisha say she's a God-fearing woman, right? We often hear that. They always talking about they God-fearing women, but is it really true?
Hold on. Come on now, get up from off your knees praying to that porcelain god. That white porcelain god.
Praying to a white porcelain god. A lot of brothers are waking up these days, and we understanding what position we in the world. That we out here alone and all we got is each other. Especially when we have a group of women that don't respect us, that won't fall under our authority, and that worship a white god. I mean, how will they ever respect us as long as they worshiping a white god? Black men don't worship a white god. That's why you often hear people say black men don't go to church. Of course we don't go to church. We're not indoctrinated like Keisha. We don't worship a white god. We don't look at white ice as colder, and it gotta be white to be right. Keisha look at the white man as God. In Keisha's eyes, the white man is God. She worships Jesus. But is she a hypocrite? That's the real question. Is Keisha just a hypocrite? And it's funny because, in Keisha's eyes, the white man is God. So if the white man is God in the eyes of the black woman, then black man, who are you in her eyes? You are the exact opposite. In her eyes, the white man is God. And in the eyes of the black woman, the black man is the devil. That's why she's infatuated with thugs. That's why she have all her kids by pookies at a very young age. She have her kids by several different pookies before she reaches true womanhood. She's attracted to the pookie, especially in her sexual prime, because she views you as the devil. She views you as evil. So in her eyes, for you to be a real black man, you got to have an evil nature to you. You got to be a thug. You got to have some pookie about you. And these black women, teenagers in high school, they worship thugs. That's what they sexually attracted to. When they are in their sexual peak, in their early 20s and their late teens, and their early teens, they are attracted to thugs. When they're in their most fertile years, they are attracted to thugs. And that's who they breed with and create children by. But at the end of the day, they feel like he's a thug and he's evil. In her eyes, he's just a devil, and he's her excuse to be hell bent on being a single mother and raising a pack of children alone. And she look at the white man with her worship of Jesus and Christianity as God. The indoctrinating of Keisha. Indoctrinating Keisha. She has been brainwashed, indoctrinated, and believing that the white man is her God and the black man is her devil. She is the biggest hypocrite on earth. She always claims she's a God-fearing woman, looking for a God-fearing man. But is it even right to be God-fearing? What about being God-loving? She always saying she looking for a God-fearing man, but she always end up pregnant by a no good pookie. So she says. Because we know statistically, black men make the best fathers on earth. So we know saying that a black man is a deadbeat father or is a bad guy. It's just Keisha's way of saying he was abusive or whatever. It's just Keisha's way of deflecting and making herself out to be the victim. And the world is on to these same old tricks and scams that's been running for decades now. The same lying and distorting and trashing the reputation of black men. No one's going for it anymore. The world is experiencing something different. And with this indoctrinating Keisha, brainwashing Keisha to worship the white God and therefore worship the white man and therefore have hatred, disdain, and disrespect for the black man because in her eyes he is the devil. They are ready to single-handedly destroy their own race of people. They are degenerate. They raise degenerate children that are destined for failure. They raise whores and weak men. Single mother raise whores and weak men. And the cycle continues. And in the meantime, in their youngest years, they'll let you know that they're attracted to the thugs. They don't want a brother that they perceive as lame or an educated guy or an all-around good guy.
Okay, folks, you know, this year we started this Ask Steve Anonymous because a lot of people are embarrassed to ask their question. Here's our latest Ask Steve Anonymous. The email reads, "Hi, Steve. I'm dating a wonderful woman, but she has a checkered past. She used to date bad guys and has been arrested before. My family knows about her past and won't let me forget it, especially my mother. I respect my mom so much that I'm having trouble telling her to mind her own business, and it's causing tension with my girlfriend who wants me to tell my mom off. Steve, how do you handle these two women?" Wait a minute, hold up. Whoa. You gonna tell your mom off? Who is looking out for your best interest so you can continue to see the woman who has been dating bad boys and has been arrested? Are you nuts? She's been arrested. Now she at your mama's table. What mother is okay with this? Of all the fine women out here. Now I ain't saying you can't forgive people, because I think everybody deserves second chance. I'm a firm believer in forgiveness. There's even in the Lord's Prayer it says, forgive us our trespasses and we forgive those who trespass against us. And that's what you're supposed to do. But you just can't come in here though. I'm perfectly fine with that little scripture that I ain't quite got right. Yeah, you can go where you want to go. You just can't come in here. My bad. I'm sorry. So, you know, had a little thug chick just. I want to date a thug, yeah. That's it. Thanks to my anonymous viewer, everybody.
Yeah, they want to date the thugs. And you know, and the gentleman that called in to the Steve Harvey show, you know, you got to be a fool. You know, if you were a respectable person, making a respectable living, and you dealing with a woman that has a sketchy past, that used to be infatuated with thugs, probably is a single mother, probably has a couple bastard children with different last names. You need to take a look in the mirror, brother. What is it that you don't respect about yourself to where you would settle for such a bad deal?
Hi. Another common question I've gotten is why do, and this is from high school boys, keep that in mind. I just graduated from high school, so why do girls want the thugs? Okay. Well, honestly, to some girls, thugs are sexy. They like the way they dress. They like what they do, the way they talk, the way they act. Really, it's their swag that they find.
And this is why they are the least married and have the most out of wedlock children. Because in their prime years, in their most fertile years, when they're graduating high school and they're entering college, they are attracted to swag. They are attracted to thugs and swag. They are not looking for a good guy with a good future, with a bright future. They're looking for a bad guy with a bad past and a bad future. They're attracted to the bad guy swag. They want a soldier. Nah, they don't want a young man. You know, these young Keishas in their prime, most fertile years, they don't want it. They're not under the authority of their fathers. They're under the authority of their single mammy 8 out of 10 times. And you know that when they're under the authority of their single mammy, that they are under no authority. They are unruly, free to roam and wreak havoc and raise whatever hell that's in range.
I'm sexy. But girls think that thugs will care about them. I mean, they want the best of both worlds. They want a good boy and a bad boy all in one.
They want the best of both worlds. And she said something that's real that a lot of men might not have caught right there. Let me run that back. She said they want the best of both worlds. And I'm going to explain what she really means.
Of both worlds. Will care about them. I mean, they want the best of both worlds. They want a good boy and a bad boy all in one.
Not all in one. They don't want it all in one. They want to have the kids by the bad boy, and then they want you good men to come clean up the mess later. They don't want you all at one and all at the same. Sometimes they do want you all at the same time. They want the good man, then they want the bad boy on the side. That's why we got such high cases of paternity fraud. These women are very cold and calculating, even at young
They think they
ages.
could get a thug that cares when thugs don't care. They think they can get a thug to love them when thugs don't know how to love.
They know the thug don't know how to love. They know the thug Pookie just coming over to um, blow your back out, leave his seed in you, and then you want to get you a simp who's really just a good man that you done put in the friend zone. You want to get him to be your emotional tampon, to do the texting and the phone calling, because Pookie ain't doing none of that. Pookie ain't showing no respect. Pookie ain't rolling up with flowers. Pookie ain't writing love letters. Pookie came to hit it and quit it, unprotected. So you want the bad guy to get you off in the bedroom. You want to be a freak in the sheets with the bad guy, but you want to be a lady in the street with a good man or a simp. You want a simp that's gonna pay for everything. That's gonna be 100% provider. They want a simp so bad. They looking for that's if you ask, if when they get an interview, the first thing they tell you they looking for in a man is a simp provider. They're looking for a simp provider. You know what's a simp provider? A man that pays 100% of the bills for his woman while she does nothing. You want to be a simp. They're looking for us. These modern Keishas, these modern women, these hyenas are looking for simp providers when it comes to a relationship or something long term. But for the short term, they want Pookie to come in, hit it and quit it. Pookie ain't writing love letters. He ain't doing pillow talking. None of that. They want a good man to do that stuff with. They want a good man to open the door. They know Pookie is doing none of that.
They think they can get a thug to love them when thugs don't know how to love. They probably don't even want to love girls. That's not what's up here, especially in high school. Really?
Most of them had their first child in high school, by the way.
It's the girls that they don't know better. They don't know that they can't get what they want out of a thug. It's the girls who
they know they can't get what they want out of Pookie on an emotional level, on a financial level, as far as resources. That's why they want the good man. They want the good 100% simp to come in. They want the simp provider male. They want the alpha Pookie for the fun, for the bedroom fun. And they want the simp beta male provider. Simp beta male 100% provider. They want you for the long-term relationship so she can lay around, be a fat, lazy ass, and don't do nothing, don't offer you nothing. And that's why so many brothers are starting to date out. Brothers are starting to date out simply because we benefit more from other races of women. It's that simple. It ain't about colorism. It ain't about any of that. It's about we reap more benefits when we date interracially. When dating Keishas, these hyenas, we take L's. They bring nothing to the table but a deficit in problems. When brothers date other races of women, that's when we win. That's when we benefit. That's when we gain. There's nothing to gain by dealing with these Keishas except problems.
I don't know. It's the girls who the girls basically who don't know how to love the way they want to be loved. I mean, because if they did, they would not overlook the good men. They would.
And this is why when they're in high school and they're overlooking the good men, they're chasing Pookie, getting pregnant by Pookie in high school. This is why you don't see them at the NFL draft. This is why the draft is loaded with Becky's. And then they turn around and get mad. They haven't been building, helping the brother, doing anything to show that they are loyal and they've been down from day one, and that they started from the bottom. No, they want to meet the brother at the finish line, and the brother choosing Becky. These NFL and NBA brothers, they are choosing Becky, and those are the top-notch brothers who they like I say, at that point in their life, they want those brothers now only for their resources. When they was in their prime years, in high school and in college, they were checking for the pookies, getting impregnated by them.
They wouldn't. I know so many friends that are still in high school, good dudes, that complain that the girls don't want good guys. Girls complain about how dudes treat them wrong, but they're running after the dudes that do it. I do see that. I get what y'all mean. But honestly, y'all just need to find girls who are on y'all's level, because honestly, the girls who want the thugs aren't ready to be loved and aren't ready to love the way they want to be loved. So they need to love themselves first. That's their problem.
Sounds good.
They need
Sounds
to grow
good,
up,
young hyena.
so to speak. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. I'm sorry.
And brothers understand. We understand the dating strategy of a modern day Keisha. I say, in their young years, I was young, I made mistakes. And then when after they were young and they made all their mistakes with the 20% of pookies, and they walked past the 80% of good men out here in the black community, they want to double back and say, I'm spiritual now, I'm a spiritual 304 now. But the funny thing about it, this when they get fully indoctrinated with the worship of white men. I'm a spiritual 304 now. I'm all about Christianity. I'm all about this. I'm all about that. And they done had all the bastard kids from Pookie, but at the same time, they done been indoctrinated to worship a white God. And they can be some of the biggest hypocrites on earth, though. The most self-righteous. The most narcissistic, even though they use the word and they don't even know what it means. They're defining themselves. And it's funny. This worship of the white God, this porcelain God, and the black man refuse to participate in your witchcraft and your buffoonery. And you sit around and wonder why we don't go to church, and we don't believe in your white God, and we don't worship Jesus with you, because we know you've been indoctrinated. And we know the church is full of single mothers who worship pookies when they was in their teens and their 30 years and created bastard children by them and walked right past the good men. We know the church is full of those women. A bunch of thirsty single mothers looking for a good man to come clean up the mess. Looking for a good man to shame and guilt and come clean up the mess while they bounce around with their worship of a white God. And bounce around talking about some kind of Holy Ghost. Indoctrinating the Keisha, a true story. Salute.
Hold on, what? Hold on. Come on now, get up from off your knees praying to that porcelain God. That white porcelain God. Come on now, get up from off your knees praying to that porcelain God. That white porcelain God. Come on now, get up from off your knees praying to that porcelain God. That white porcelain God.
You know, in the worship of the white porcelain God, has indoctrinated these women into the self-hatred of their own race and their own men. Because the worship of the white God is the creation of the black devil. The indoctrination of a Keisha. Hating their own hair, hating their own dark flesh, always talking about colorism, always blaming Jermaine for everything. And they got the audacity to expect you real black men to get under their authority. They got the audacity to think you supposed to vote for Joe Biden with them. They got the audacity to think you supposed to vote for Joe Biden, vote for debauchery, vote for degeneracy, vote for the abortion of black babies, vote for the open borders and letting Mexicans into your neighborhoods in the hood. They want you to get under their authority and in line with them and vote for the Democrats. When we know all the real black men are voting Republican. Because all the real black men, 80% of black men are not under the authority of a crooked Keisha. Remember, 80% of them have their children by 20% of men, of the men from their community. So 80% of the men that was born in that community are not under the authority of a single mother named Keisha. Times are changing. Keisha refused to get under the authority of black men. And they're gonna keep failing miserably until they bow down, submit, and do so. Until these Keishas start worshiping the ground that their men, that black men walk on, they're gonna keep living in pain, poverty, and bastardization. And the cycle will continue. Hey man, I'm gonna start bringing more of these live streams, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation. I hope more brothers start speaking up about our plights. Hey, salute to the guys. Peace.
My brother.